Hi, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video, we will answer some problems involving limits and continuity of functions part 2. We will only answer these 4 questions, and we will apply what we have learned from the theories discussed in our Calculus 1 class. Okay, first, we will solve the limit of this expression, square root of z plus 1 plus the square root of z plus 1. Yan, all over the square root of z plus 1 as z approaches infinity. Okay, so to answer this, let's recall the theorem that we have discussed on a previous video that the limit of 1 over x as x approaches infinity is 0. Sa ganyang theorem na to, ito yung gagamitin nating tool for us to solve on this problem. Now, the way we can do it is that kung titingnan mo, yung z mo dito has an exponent 1/2 kasi nasa loob siya ng square root. This one also is having exponent 1/4 kasi dalawang square root ang dinaanan niya. Yan at ito. So, this means to say that the highest exponent that we can use in order for us to simplify this expression is 1/2. So, ibig sabihin, we can actually multiply this by 1 over the square root of z all over 1 over the square root of z. Ganyan. So, anong mangyayari dito? What happened here is, sige, kopyahin para rin natin yung limit, this one. So, mangyayari dito, magiging denominator siya dito, no? And then, because this is a square root, so ibig sabihin, papasok siya sa loob. So, mangyayari, this one is the square root of ganyan. So, you have z over z na yan. So, magiging ganyan. Plus 1 plus the square root of z plus 1. All over the square root of, eto naman, z plus 1 over z. So, if I simplify it further, yan. So, ibig sabihin, magiging 1 na lang tong sa ano. This 1, magiging 1 na lang yan. So, that becomes 1 plus 1 over z. Now, remember, yung z mo dito sa loob, yan, kapag ipapasok ko dyan, that means it bears a square. So, mangyayari, this is plus the square root of z over z squared plus 1 over z squared. Yan. All over the square root of 1 plus 1 over z. Okay. Now, meron tayong theorem, di ba, that if we want to get the limit of the quotient of two functions, parang magdi-distribute lang siya to the numerator and to the denominator. So, ang mangyayari, di ba may result na tayo before that if we take the limit of f of x over g of x as x approaches, let's say, c, ang mangyayari, this is the same as the limit of f of x as x approaches c over the limit of g of x as x approaches c. So, parang nagdi-distribute lang siya to the top and to the bottom of your fraction. So, ganun ang gagawin natin doon. So, this means that this is the limit of the square root of 1 plus 1 over z plus the square root of 1 over z plus 1 over z squared. Yan. Z approaches the infinity. And also, this is also the square root of, meron tayong limit dyan, 1 plus 1 over z as z approaches infinity. Meron tayong ganun, no? And so, remember, meron tayong result before that if we want to get the limit of the square root or the nth root of f of x as x approaches c, ang mangyayari, etong limit na to, papasok lang siya sa loob ng radical sign. So, meron tayong result na ganyan. So, this method, we can use that to solve this problem. Mangyayari, papasok lang siya dyan. So, we have the square root of the limit of 1 plus 1 over z plus the square root of 1 over z plus 1 over z squared. Okay, as z approaches infinity, all over the square root of the limit of 1 plus 1 over z as z approaches positive infinity. Sa ganitong paraan, meron tayong result din na the limit of the sum is equal to the sum of the limit. So basically, eto parang nag-distribute siya in each of the terms. So ang mangyayari, we have the square root of the limit of 1 as z approaches infinity plus the limit of 1 over z as z approaches infinity. Yan. plus the limit. Eto siya, di ba? The limit of the square root. So, papasok siya ulit. So, ang mangyayari, naging ganito siya. So, the limit of 1 over z as z approaches infinity plus the limit of 1 over z squared as z approaches infinity. Yan. This one also becomes the limit of 1 as z approaches infinity plus the limit of 1 over z as z approaches infinity. The fact that this is the format of this as z approaches infinity, so this becomes 0. This one is 0. This is also 0, and this is also 0. And we left here with this one, with these guys. And remember, this is a limit of a constant, so therefore the answer here is constant, which is 1 over the square root of constant, which is 1. So therefore, the final answer is 1. If you have any question or clarification for this, let me know. Okay, so our next question is we want to get the limit of the absolute value of negative 2x all over x plus 5 as x approaches negative 5 from the left. In this type of problem, remember, this is inside the absolute value sign. So general math natin before, di ba? When this absolute value sign, tatanggalin natin yan, the result is either x or negative x. So if x siya, ibig sabihin x is greater than 0. Or if negative x siya, ibig sabihin x is less than 0. Similarly, ang mangyayari sa case naman na ito, yan, ang mangyayari is, yung negative 2x mo kasi all over x plus 5, magiging negative 2x, walang magbabago, it's still the positive value of it, of the inside, if x is greater than negative 5. Pero, magne-negative siya, this one, if x is less than negative 5. Okay, so sa case na ito, however, it goes actually from the left. That means you take all the values from the left of 5, which is less than the negative 5. So basically, ang kukunin natin dito is eto siya. To do that, the limit of your absolute value of negative 2x over x plus 5 as x approaches negative 5 from the left, ang mangyayari, this is now equal to the limit of your negative of negative 2x. So, magiging 2x na siya over x plus 5 as x approaches negative 5 from the left. Okay, so if you notice, this one, note that ang limit ni 2x as x approaches negative 5 from the left, this is the same as negative 10, which is less than 0. Tama? And the limit of your x plus 5 as x approaches negative 5 from the left is actually 0. So, kung naaalala nyo sa previous discussion natin theoretically that if you have a function f over g and then yung limit nito is any constant c, this is not equal to 0, and then this one, this is 0, yung limit niya, ang mangyayari, we want to observe first if what makes this value of the denominator function approaching to 0. Now, look at this one. Nasa x plus 5 kasi siya, no? If you want to think of values less than negative 5, let's say negative 10, if you substitute that negative 10 to x plus 5, the result is negative 5. How about the other value? Let's say negative 7. So, it's in between negative 10 and negative 5. Yung negative 7 naman, if you substitute that naging negative 10, so if you notice, all the values in the left of negative 5, as it goes towards negative 5, it goes towards the 0. So therefore, your x plus 5 approaches 0 through the negative values. So anong conclusion natin? Hence, the limit of 2x as x approaches negative 5 negative. So x plus 5 is, kasi negative siya, this one is through negative values. So the answer here is positive. That's it. Okay, next problem is we want to get the limit of 5x over all over 1 negative 1 minus x minus 4 over 3x as x approaches 1 from the right. Actually, kung titingnan mo, walang nakakatakot dito, no? They are all continuous at 1. So, ibig sabihin, by virtue of our limit of the sum, I can distribute them. So, I have this 1. And so, if you notice, you just can completely use the 1 there. So, the answer is 5 over negative 2 minus 4 over 3. So, the answer here is 6 negative, correct me if I'm wrong, is negative 15 minus negative 8. So that's it. So if you have any question or clarification, please let me know. Okay, so last question is, well, we want to get the limit of 2x squared all over 3 tangent squared x as x approaches 0 from the right. So how do we solve this? Kung titingnan mo, this one here, kopyahin ko muna ha. I can write this as, mangyayari, yung 3 tangent square, ilalabas ko yung 2/3 niya because they are constant. I mean, the 2/3 is constant. So matitira dito, this is x squared. Sa baba naman, yung tangent squared x mo, I can write that as sine squared x all over cosine squared x. Tama? And so, by this, I have 2/3 the limit of as x approaches 0 from the right. Ang mangyayari, I can write this in this way. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have cosine squared x over sine squared x over x squared. Nagets nyo naman siguro kasi ang mangyayari, if we have to do this, maging x squared kasi yan over 1 times cosine squared x over sine squared x. 'Di ba? Kasi division sana 'to eh. Ayan. Eh kaso minomultiply ko kaya yung denominator nag-reciprocal. And also, this one, I can convert this into 1 over x squared. Kaya ang mangyayari, magiging cos ito na yung matitira, ito naman, bigla siya magiging denominator dyan. Okay. So, remember, this is 2/3 limit of, kung titingnan mo, magiging cosine squared x over sine x over x squared. Yan, as x approaches 0 from the right. Eh kaso 'di ba ang alam naman natin talaga yung limit niya, 'di ba pwedeng pumasok, so I have limit of cosine squared x. So I still can have this, parang ganito siya pagkakasulat. Yan, as x approaches 0 from the right. I also have limit of sine x over x squared as x approaches 0 from the right. And again, makakapasok siya sa loob ng exponent kahit naka-raise that to a certain power. Kasi, di ba, the limit of the power of a function is equal to the power of the limit of a function. Meron tayong result na ganyan. So basically, ang mangyayari, this is the same as the limit of cosine x as x approaches 0 from the right squared all over the limit of sine x over x squared as x approaches 0 from the right. Alam natin guys, this one here, as the format goes, this is just the same as 1. This is also the same as 1. Therefore, the answer here is 2/3. So if you have any question or clarification, please let me know. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. So if you have any questions or clarification, please let me know so that we can discuss on that. And for those who are new to here, please click and subscribe so that you'll be updated on a lot of videos that I'll be uploading soon. Thank you.